doing some in-game leading, so I think just trying to work with what they have is the best opportunity going forward. Out towards a pistol, Nico to start off towards Pop Dog as FPX try and go quickly out towards the outer take.
Drawing first blood quickly for the part of Nico. Sticko can trade back on Hunter, and Emmy to find Nico actually in the backlines. Farlig also getting a couple of good headshots. Okay, FPX exploding into the bomb site, exploding out of the pistol round. Big stuff posted up by that T side. The first focus on trying to get the kills here and just do some damage to limit the buy status of FPX going forward. They will be successful with that first kill, but Martin, they would have follow-up dealing with Jax. Emmy straight out of sandwich. Still Nico lands a perfect headshot. So they are, again, getting into a 2 versus 2, maybe even 1. That bomb gets dropped again, actually. And the long-range duels, Nico can actually win this quadra. Shot not as successful. Forced on the reload. And back up on the bomb train itself. Sticko moving forward. Peeking left and right, knowing that Nico's there. Creeping close to the left-hand board. And Nico lands the headshot. Wonderfully done from him as G2. Clock, smoke. Down on the back green position. Nico gets that first frag. Hunter with a secondary one. Farlig lets that trade in. Takes a bit of damage on return. Sticko deals with Nico, however, so it is a 2-for-2 trade. 3-on-3 scenario as they try and make their way up to the A bomb site. Suppression is inbound. The smokes will not allow the AWP of Amanek to get the pick in, at least for the moment. It will start to clear, but Farlig still gets his headshot in.
A big round from Farlig and a big return for the T side. They haven't got this bomb plan in yet, but they are still taking fights. Jack's now taking damage, and Nexa can deny this bomb from going down. Doesn't want to swing too wide and can't quite find the headshot. Only gets the dink forward. 9 HP up for Madden, low HP for Farlig, but it seems like out from Pop, there's not really much contention going out. Sometimes Jax gets quite aggro, but this time around, they're actually having a duel set up out towards T-Con, and Nico just gets spotted. Jax is now turning away from the flash. Great entry up for Madden. Emmy now finds a pick, and well, this round is done.
Perfect adjustment to the head from Emmy. Well, that's 2 players left for G2, so Nexa and Amanek probably going to realise that it's best to hold on to the AWP and the M4. Despite that, they're going out to Old Bomb, and Nexa loses his life for it, so Amanek, I imagine that GFPX might go for the hunt on G2. They can take this AWP out of play. They'll have nothing to work with going into the next round, and you can see how close the T-side players are going to face towards it. Farlig close. Amanek being turned away from Sticko actually gets the kill from upper. And there it is, all 5 down for FPX's 5th.
They're just waiting for a mistake. They're waiting for over-aggression, and this is the first time we've ever really seen even just like an info play towards Brad Hall's. Flash over the top, Nexa kind of gets half-blinded from that, and Emmy still swings out wide, checks the angle, and for G2, no real way of a trade coming back.
Nades damage done. Jax tanking that one a little bit further away from his position. The T-side players... But Nades close and force that player away. Bomb gets dropped here. A bit awkward, and they try and see if they can pass it between those individuals, but Madden still finds the frag, finds the pop door control, so it's not too much of a hindrance. G2 showing no resistance so far. Nico is hoping for something back at E-Box. Flashes in though. They swing. They get the frag. A-site only has 1 more defender in Hunter. As soon as he falls, the site will fall, and the round will fall for G2. Hunter has found an exit.
It's a split to come through from Ivy as well.
Ooh, Martin not ready for Nico either. I thought that would have been an easy angle to check, but no. Had his eyes set to the site itself and the back of stopper. Farlig warped in, good shot, takes a dink. It's minimal damage being done, however. Nico's seeing the head regardless. Catches the 1 pixel on the angle to get the frag towards him. Trying to double up against Zen, but Emmy's there to bail out his teammate. On 9 HP though, the flashbang's coming forward. Emmy gets a double, tapping through to try to secure the triple. No, Zen swings back, and just like that, the man advantage goes back the way of FPX. Bomb can't get to the site just yet. Next is going to get a chance to creep up. The fact that FPX even have a chance in this round is pretty decent. We swing and deny. No, he's going to go for the definitive retake.
Oh, there's the first. Needs to be able to get the information, though, of where this second player is. Now, he's got a smoke and an incendiary. Back towards the back of Red Train, not out towards the E-Box position. Going to force it out to the open. Peeks out towards that right-hand side. And
forward for the smoke to clear, and he'll see nothing at all with the CT side. Might see Jax at the edge of the doorway. Perfect peek in. Takes a dink, but dishes one out in the 8K. Beats out the M4 in terms of damage there. 5-on-4 gain. FPX might want to leave Emmy to take most of the aggression back here. Smoke back up Pop, and actually kill start coming in for Nico, Amanek, and Hunter. All of a sudden, frags found across the board here. And 2 standing. FPX, 30 seconds to recover this man disadvantage. G2 know it, and Farlig has no idea how he's going to play this out.
Drop the AWP and get an AK, but they've got to get a move on, and for both of these players, they're just slow walking out from T-Con. Hunter drops that bomb, and that's pretty much the round finish from here. Zen, 1 versus 4, might be able to get a couple of exit frags, but shouldn't be any more than that. Only one goes the way of Nico. And for FPX, everything started off with a little bit more of adaptation in terms of pace. Well, at least when it comes out, a lot of early flashes for the City side, and Jax is able to swing for the first and make it a second.
That's impressive shooting. Well, Bafalik, I think, legged Nico. Meanwhile, Molotov's back and forth from both sides on the tops of the ladders. Madden's going to get forced back. The AWP sees one a sandwich, but Farlig doesn't connect his shot. He's flashing over. Jax is going to continue the backstab. Other teams even aware of this. Well, Nico will catch Martin, so they've got bigger fish to fry. As Nico gets 2 frags, Zen finally finds that trade, but Hunter's there to get the kill in, and Jax not even needed there for a confident retake off this. Amanek still hunting for the kill, but a bomb can go down from this position. They're actually pressing it very far forward here. I'm surprised that they haven't gone to default in Zen's part, and Emmy drops next to a 5 versus 3. Finally, the bomb plant will be secured here.
3v5 though, they need to get an advantage on
in the CT forces, but they're trapped in connector. Farlig's watching it. Flashbang turned away from good shot on Jax. 3v3 makes it 2 with his peak on Hunter, but Nico finds his secondary kill on the trade. Zen on site, Sticko up in heaven. Zen with a swing sees them. Both Amanek responds with the AWP, but now Sticko has just got to wait until the bomb gets tapped here. The fuse kit on him, no smoke, no Molotov either, but has no information, can't even get on top of the ladders of the train. And Sticko just peeking onto the site, ensuring that he's not there. It's a round over, he's got no time left. And 9 goes back to the favour of FPX. Towards Ivy control as a result, trying to hunt for Hunter. AUG's ready. No flash. Dry face. Kill comes in, but he falls back on Emmy's part, and Emmy can get his chance available. Meanwhile, Martin strikes him from sandwich. Doesn't go patient, and Hunter is allowed to kill on Emmy. Here towards Ivy. Farley trades it back once again. Martin being seen, and finally traded by Nico to a 3v2 situation. Bomb is picked up, and Farley is pressing on with Sticko. Orb the AWP against Amanek, and Amanek wins that fight. It's all up to Sticko to clutch it. Gets that first frag, but tagged to 34 points of health. Close up into heaven. Looking on Hell, sees the gun barrel. Where's the second player? Where's he at? Back at Hell. All a case of timing. Not being seen. And Nexa gets the kill. Just as Sticko was about to pull the trigger. Hero AK set up for FPX this time. Went to the Hero AWP on G2 earlier on. And Sticko gets that opening pick. Amanfor starts swinging. He's just missed contact on the 2 players making their way past White. Still finds Sticko in with that kill. Flashbang keeps him blind temporarily. His Razor good for 3 kills. Looking for the quadra. The USP comes out. He can make it an ace. And he taps on both heads. Wonderfully done. It was anti-eco. Amanek will fire. Blind onto something else back at the ramp control. But FPX will finally lose that first frag. Amanek will wallbang headshot to start.
A walkout from Farlig, and Madden's actually been able to find a pick out towards the site itself, being that walkout from T-Con. Farlig's got to be able to follow up, but Amanek's found his 2nd kill of the round.
Zen trains it, and the 2 Deagles taken out on the B-lurk. Nico's in Pop Dog, though, so that bomb is going to have to be pressured here. Martin sees his man, bursts through, and now Emmy knows it's not safe. Zen still gets the frag together, so now the bomb can cross, get to the site. But look at the HP numbers here. This 3v2 is still very winnable for G2. Just a case of timing and where the AKs position themselves. The headshots that can be landed, or Amanek giving away parts of his body. Ready for the angle. Footsteps being heard. Nexa seeing the second player on the site, seeing Emmy as well back at green. And Martin just takes the frag. 10-5 for FPX. Nade up. Damage to be done to the likes of Amanek. A good start out for Emmy's part. It's not kills. Instead, Jax draws that first blood in this half. Martin overwhelmed. Emmy, the same can be said. He's flashed completely blind. Farlig on the bomb train. However, lands 1, taps left, right, and center. Looking for his 3rd pick. Got to look back towards upper, though. As Zen comes in to support it. It will only be that upper player in Amanek. Swung upon for the triple at Zen. Just forcing the pistols out immediately for G2. Straight eco coming in. Nades to try and do some damage. A little bit late from Zen. Going to waterfall out into the B bomb site as a result. Zen's going to be here alongside Farlig to support it. 2 frags, 3 frags actually found there between those 2 individuals. Zen even gets involved with the USP frag. It's the player on the B side. So this execution is just going to go to the weakest defended place. From us, does get a dink off on Amanek, but he is going to get overwhelmed. Farlig quickly rotating up the position. Going to be the first responder to retake.
It seemed like for a moment Nexa was just going to be that late lookout from Ivy, but he's now starting to regroup, getting towards the brown holes. Lots of damage done up towards the T-side players, but they're not converting it into kills. Amanek with the 2nd of the round now. Risky
peek, but the headshot coming in instantaneously. 5v3 gained, and this is looking doable now for G2. Emmy going to get taken down by Hunter. The nade of Sticko Deals with Amanek at least. Nico. And that was a bit more of a bonus round. If they can grab the main weapons, then yes, they could treat it as such. Marden alongside Emmy looking for their own doubles. And there's the first. Amanek being seen back here. Emmy, oh, not quite a double for one player, but 2 frags for nothing on the trades. 5v3 gain and an SMG got an easy frag as well. So money in bonus here for the CT side.
For anyone at home, go back and download that demo and watch this round. That flash, but just popped to perfection, lines up perfectly for Zen, and that's 2 easy kills. Farlig now with a bit of an off angle out from Ivy, gets a 1-on-1, and for Jackson, Nico, they've got to try and clutch back a 2v4. Sticko now peeking out from Sandwich, and, well, this round is pretty much falling apart. Nico's got to be the one to try and pick up the pieces, but it doesn't happen.
To return towards it, could be tradable later down the line.
Oh, Emmy, he's getting so close. A personal flash comes in over the top. 2 players are there. The bomb gets dropped. Nico falls, and Amanek even gets involved too. The CT's had the right play, and now in towards a B site. Hunter can afford to get this bomb down, but there is a slow walk coming in from Madden.
Slowly up towards the smoke position, evading the flashbang. Utility inbound. That bomb will be stuck here, and Madden knows it. Will creep closer. Hunter has no idea. Silence. Assassin, kill found on the defuse, tapping it once. Nico being watched by it. Sticko in the back lines, taps on, can't get his frag, tagged up a little bit and eventually falling as the defuse is just held together. Martin and
it could just be a fast play in towards ramp.
Indio present to try and stop it. Nade also at the ready to do some damage, and he gets that kill from Jax Farlig. Nade support from the other side, then gets another double. He's going to get overwhelmed by Nico, at least. That Deagle can hold some contention. He's got to smoke the cross, get to the bomb position. I thought he had another good shot right there, but not to be. Plant attempted, but sprays. Blind. Hunter alone in a 1 versus 4. And, yeah, FBX will get to map point pretty effective and efficiently here.
A little bit of extra damage coming through for Hunter. If he can get any more in this round, that could be nice. Trying to see if he could fake away that he's moving away from Connector. Actually coming back in. More damage coming through into Madden. This could be ending up being a kill. And now go down to a 1 versus 2. What is happening here right now?
Not a bad question. That would usually be the question I pose to you, but fortunately, Sticko.
Tease.
Farlig watching, doesn't catch Jax in time. Jax swings back for the second player, but Emmy there with his responsiveness. Hunter on site. AK looking back over at Ivy. Emmy being given up the opportunity. Hunter taking some damage. Dexter returning flashes over, and Emmy with a swing up of the M4. Will he catch the player? No, he won't. Zen does get Nexter in the backlines over at E-Box, though. Got to find Hunter first and evade the incoming AWP. Swing up, Hunter getting caught. That's a 2 versus 2. Now focusing on Amanek as his teammate drops in, gets that pick. Well coordinated there from those two. And all on Nico to deny the bomb defuse or miss his first shot. Incendiary on the bomb itself, though. That could be a kill. Is there a smoke in play? Got to get on the defuse. And the very last second of this. Is this going to come through to FPX? I think it might just do. Yeah, okay. All right. Crisis averted. G2 unable to hold the defense. FPX will go 16-6 up on their map pick. But taking a look at this map coming into this one. Can't be too... Amanek and Jax will be the first faces. Man at the edge of the smoke, forcing forward of it, seen there. And Zen gets a kill back on Hunter, really. Sticko follows suit blind on Amanek, but taken out towards jail. And Zen in the back of the site now out in the open, desperate to hunt for a kill. They're going to swing on him 1 by 1, and Nico runs out of ammo. So Zen can get his way back onto the site, taps through, gets that 1 frag next to the trade. And Farlig responds, leaving it all on Nexa back at bench. 1-on-2 situation. Nays Emmy to 5 points of health. Doesn't quite get those frags just yet. He does get Farlig, though. In a 1-on-1 situation, this is winnable against Emmy on 5 points of health.
It comes down to the Serbians, the peak coming through, and Nexus going to be able to hit the headshot. What an interesting strat coming through from the team.
Do get there in the end. Hunter's made his way downstairs, though, into the top mid, bottom mid position. Goes through against Martin, finds that frag as Nexus takes his Mac 10 in against Emmy, deals with him. SMG just farming up the cash pretty effectively. Nice spray transfer there from Hunter for his 3 kills overall, and Zen not going to have the balls to go fully frontal for it. Does find the kill on Hunter, that's decent. And with the money line being where it is, any kills and damage and forced the reinvestment is still going to be pretty positive. He gets a second kill as well. Player in from short. Nade on. Damage done, but he gets away, so also a known entity.
Yeah, they tried everything to hunt down that aggressive player in from Palace, but it just didn't happen. Farlig, I don't think he spotted the player out for Connector, and no, certainly didn't. That allows Hunter to start making the move up, looking in towards the jungle position too. CTs are just falling from this point. They've got to try and find a way back in, and Emmy's just stuck in Palace.
Zen overwhelmed, then he will also fall. Sticko, 1v3, has to save the M4. Look lucky it was a half-buy round because G2 absolutely steamrolled their way through this one, so at least FPX can afford the rifles going into round 6.
And for G2, everything seems to be going their way.
Picking him apart in the apartment's control and nothing else has been seen. Hunter sees Farley, but he adjusts with that orb. Just peeking in, awkward sprays. He remains unscathed in a 5-on-3 scenario. Could breathe on him and he'd go down. Up onto the stairs, looking for a pick back in this round. He's going to receive that player, but Madden lines up 2 frags as a result. Looks at Amanek for the triple, not quite able to make it finished off the job, but still should get overwhelmed with the rifles in play. Into mid-control for the G2 side. Madden, M4 burst through, not taking any kills or damage. Jax, well, actually Hunter instead is going to be the one that peeking and actually get the frag. I thought that Jax was going to force forward the smoke. He was doing so, but Hunter got there to the angle first. So Madden first to fall.
Being mollied, trying to get forced out towards that bench position. So much damage now up for the CT side. More nades coming into this bench position, and Sticko just can't do anything. It's got to be an instant save. What a sight execution up towards B. We see, what, 2 tags coming through for the AWP from Nico up towards window and out from bench, and just some...
Fine in this round. They're going to need something soon, though. They get some just rounds on the board in general. G2, otherwise they're just going to walk straight through them. Emmy will get walked all over. Hunter in with that pick. Frag found immediately. Sprays through on next up line. Will keep the CT suppressed, but the bomb is on site. It's just a case of finding more kills. They actually find a nade down on Hunter from Zen, but Jax traced him through the smoke to a 4v3. Plant yet to be secured from this position.
So much spam damage just started to come through. Sticko finally getting in rotation out from CT, but I'm surprised how long it's taken for this bomb to go down. They're just waiting for the mistakes to come out. Jax getting another kill in the round, waiting for the over-aggression to come out from bench, and Sticko and Farlig, surely they can't go for this, or can they?
Now get a couple of picks back, but if Sticko falls, it'll be all left to Farlig. The AWP trying to fire through the wall bang. Can't connect shots, can't connect kills. Looks back at Palace for the AWP v AWP battle. Incendiary to the back lines.
It seemed to be a decent retake in that 2v4, but the problem is that they're losing too much when
they check this position. Well, they're going to get a chance. Instead, the CT start falling back into the A site. Emmy is nade onto connector. Amanek catches him off guard. Madden will be there for the trade. Nexa's going to bait him in to get the frag together. Gets the shot in on Nexa. Drops that bomb. 25 seconds. Need to focus on the next players coming out of connector. But Hunter gets that traded. And now the A site's been overwhelmed with the last 2 CTs just holding back passive. So long as G2 get the bomb plant, I imagine they'll win the round.
Rounds.
To just set the utility standards up and go for a fast play out into the B site. Only Sticko to defend. Actually, Zen's also there towards short, but Amanek overwhelms with a diving force and a double kill. Orp here at the doorway, smoked off. Bomb plant to be secured as Hunter gets Martin 5-on-2. This is over already.
Oh, they're even pushing through the market smoke. Amanek gets so much done with this Mag 10. And Farlig's down the last one left. He's been
straight in, managed to land every single bullet, every perfect as anything. Ripping apart FPX. Deagle's in as Hunter finds Farlig on the first frag. The AK cleaning up the kill. The flashbang's also allowed to peek in towards the underpass control. 5-on-4. Nades in as well for Zen's part. Hunter gets a secondary frag to 3. G2, this is just easy picking. It's like pushing around a small child here with this buy.
It's really getting to a position where I think a lot of people were hoping to see quite the fest and quite the wrath of the battle between the 2 sides. And instead, it's just a bloodbath. It's just one-sided from both maps. We saw FPX how incredibly one-sided their first map was of Train, and how Barrage is just... It's a picking yard. And G2 are just finding so much success, and even up against the Eco, they're forcing in more mistakes. Sticko going aggressive, straight to the crosshair of Jax, and it just looks too easy.
So they send, I don't think they do. Taking nades, the bomb plant has allowed the extension of the timer, and eventually Hunter catches 1 tap, 4 kills to his name. Because at this point they're going to need a risky play to get some sort of advantage. Run boost coming in, flashes over, is Jax going to be red? Yes, he is. Martin gets that frag. That second not quite coming through. He wins it in the end. Nico, latest frag in against Zen, trying to find a trade back on Farlig, so it's a 2 versus 4 thanks to that trade. Hunter, 1 smoke and 1 molly. Just going to flash their way forward in the site, use the smokes down for the post plant. Martin, M4, sees Amanek, doesn't get the frag. Sticko Toned away from being very careful about this. Bomb's been dropped though. That's round done. Amanek either better stay alive or go down before time. And Sticko will find that secondary kill. Few seconds, the T-side play up. Emmy, M4, ready and waiting. Jax gonna make his way up as Emmy just waits for the T-side to wrap around. Drops that bomb. It's probably gonna be a temporary measure. The trade is quick. CTs are close at least, and Zen finds a response back on Hunter. One will get picked up, committed towards the site. Sprays will keep him suppressed. 3v2 for the retake. G2 will take their time, run this timer low. Allow Sticko to wrap in from CT spawn, actually. Will he try to go for the wallbang denial? No, he won't. He'll let Avanek get away. The retake is up.
Sticko and Zen don't really have a lot of options here, but just try and see if they can go for this 2v3. Like, they're going to get reset. Again, money's not in a great state, but you've just got to try and get around together. Player out towards CT, already seen by Jax. Zen looking to cheek if he can get a tap up, only finds out one.
Slow walk out of position, the Molotov back from Sticko as well. The nade following suit on Hunter. Nico still gets the frag. That edge of the smoke, I believe it must have been. Probably a big gap thanks to how it was slowed down. Yeah, and indeed there is. Orpa the CT side will peek back in and will catch Nico to a 4 versus 4. Looking for Hunter as well. Trying to go for wallbangs back and forth. Is actually Sticko the man that secures that frag. So a 2-for-1 that favours FPX. And one CT almost caught off guard, pressing up forward towards mid, but
towards his van position. Nexa might even try and struggle to get on towards the side with the AWPs.
And he gets there in the end as they weren't watching the exact angle. Nades up, Sticko finally sees Nexa, and it's all left to Amanek. Front corner. Ready back at the short entrance. Deagle checking. Did he see the gun barrel? I think he might have done. Yeah, Farlig's checking it. Amanek gets that one frag, and Farlig gets his secondary pick in this round. For a third round, does not catch another kill. It takes the tag instead. Molotovs and flashes over as they press forward. Zen completely blinded off. So is Marden. They'll spray through the smoke, trying to see if they can isolate that damage or the kill. One player close to the CT stairs, expecting one CT to be back there. Nico actually catches the frag through the smoke, so it'll be a 4v4 as this bomb looks to go down, and Marden falls to the man advantage.
Oh, Zen's been able to swing back into 3v3, but Farley can't get involved. The bomb still not yet even planted here for the T side, and they're just waiting for the CTs to make the move. Emmy and Zen. Oh, there's even going to be a bit of a fight coming through from T-spawn.
And four swung upon by Amanek. Oh, that's tragic for him.
Now for G2, they're starting to hear the footsteps. Amanek has got an off-angle out from jungle that Emmy shouldn't preempt, and there it is, 12-3. What a half from G2.
Waiting for the backstab as well for Hunter. Up in the palace position, moving closer alongside Amanek here with the USP. Sees Marden, takes the headshot alongside Hunter's frag on Sticko. Here in Palace, 5 versus 3. Emmy finds a trade back to try and maintain some semblance of confidence here for the FPX side. Bomb has gone down, it's still ticking away. G2 are only just starting to make their way up to the site. The smoke is on the bomb, however. They tap through, get towards the defuse position, and the headshots come in ticking easy very quickly. Nades up to do some damage. FPX definitely feel like it is a little bit too late for them. The Khalil and Marden will at least find the opening kill, but Nades back. He's tagged so heavily. Still gets away with a second on Nico. Amanek trying to fight back out in the ninja spot. Takes no damage. Should find his trade pretty easy, but no. Marden gets 3 picks now. Opens up the A site. Finally a trade is secured by Hunter, but it's a 3v2. FPX support themselves a chance.
He's not moving anywhere.
M4 sees one, turns into a 2 versus 2, and 1 as he drops that bomb. And then he's so far away from anything from the short control. Did he make a noise? Is he going to give away any info? Well, he's not going to look the right way, so it won't matter. 3 kills up for Jax. Amanek opening up this one once again, dropping Marden, the only AK that was in play. Emmy's going to pick it back up, but Amanek just takes him down as well. M4 in for Nico, looking for his secondary pick. Nexa will get overwhelmed by Sticko, but all his teammates have fallen in mid, and G2 are just going to lock out the crossfire, get 15, map point up for them. Sticko knows it, and Sticko knows he's got no chance. We'll at least try and fight back. Secondary frag for him, but there's so much more to find. Map point for G2. Nades on, opening up the scaffolding here. 4 players, 3 players stacked into the connector control. 4 total from the mid position, and they do actually find the entries. Emmy and Zen with those 2, Nico with 1, but him and Hunter falling down. Bomb's been dropped, so the CTs know where it is, and Nexa is also getting tagged out.
There's a bit of a duel trying to come through from the window room. Madden hearing footsteps on the rotate from Jack. So this is a very winnable position here for the T-side to continue going things forward. Amanek, though, turns it back to a 3v3 and finds another kill in the round.
They turn it back to their favour. That's all G2 need. Bomb is open for the FPX side to defend here from Rab and from Connector, but now the Connector player is all that remains. Farlig, Deagle up against 3. Just swing all 3 individuals will combine to find the kill, and it will be 16-3.
Out on Inferno, fast playing towards the bracket, speeding things up for the T-side.
Farlig has seen first contact. G2 making their way quickly into the A split. Bomb is on short, unsupported. There is a second T-side player that will join them. Sticko, Farlig, and Zen quickly get kills and lock down the site. Nico out in library. 1 versus 5. Flick to the head of the first man is going to catch that first kill, but needs to do so much more here in this one. Swing on Emmy, taps up. Doesn't get the kill against him. Secondary face taps on again. A little bit more damage. That nade should be able to actually isolate that kill, but Emmy backs off, so doesn't even take the main onus of it. The CT is also closing in. Nico should be executed very soon. Okay, that's a good flick. Is this clutch on the table for him? Therefore, but he opts to back off instead. Farlig at Graveyard. Is he going to be seen here? Yes, he is. Nico taps up, does damage, needs to catch Sticko relatively soon. Looks up, flicks back, doesn't connect the headshot. 10 HP eventually will just get born in upon from both sides. And FPX will take the pistol round.
Flash over the top, try and go quickly in towards the A side, just like they did on the pistol. See if they can find a little bit more success this time around, though. Hunter getting a couple of kills and Jax as well. They have just opened up this bomb site, and Madden and Emmy, I don't even know if it's worth going for the retake now.
It's not. It's just not. Hunter getting info on Madden as he couldn't even get the shot on him. Spray through, completely evaded by the T-side member. That's going to be a good kill. Back bet as Emmy falls. Madden's got 15 HP to clutch this, and Nico reads him through the smoke. Thanks to winning that pistol round, and Deagles will face, get ready for the receiver. Smokes up, flashes over Nexa, going to face with the SMG. Nexa takes damage towards Emmy, and Emmy actually gets that frag. Amanek gets the trade together, so the bomb can get to the site. Got a late lurk in from Hunter as well, which could be pretty critical if they decide to go for the banana face. Farley gets the kill on Jack. Sticko follows suit on Hunter. And it's actually a 3 versus 2. FPX are doing pretty decent, actually.
Difficult position for G2 to maintain now. 2v3, Amanek getting aggressive has already been seen. I think he may have even been dinged out by his teammate. Play coming out, and yeah, that definitely is what happened. Nico already took his teammate of Amanek down to... Secondary
kill, his entry in the bomb site itself. Zen does catch Jack, so that'll be a man advantage return, but Hunter's ready for him to swing back onto the site. Sticko's going to be that main concern, though. Deagle got a Galil in. The M4 picked up, for Hunter. Gets the frag to a 3 versus 3, so now it is all we're going to rest on Sticko here with the site defensive. They've just got to isolate their player in the corner. So long as they can do that, they'll have the site.
He's not even looking up towards Moto. Deagle comes through. Sticko's got to hold his ground, though. He can't afford to give up a 1v1 trade. Holds it down and holds the AK in for a triple. A really nice hold up for Sticko.
Done a decent job, Arden, here of the nade damage. Gets the kill in on Jackson. Zen falls pretty quickly. Secondary frag picked up 2 Molotovs into the backlines. He's found a place in the corner. He's still burning. Gets another kill, or tries to. Nexa falling to the hands of Emmy. And Nico, blind through smoke again, finds a 2 versus 2.
By Farlig. Nades being lined up out towards the site itself, in towards a dark position, but no one's playing there for the T side. Nico with the crosshair placement, now moving out to the open. The Coffins player has been seen, and Sticko is going to try and see if he can go for this, catch off that first player, but he's running out of time. He's got to pick up the gift from his teammate, and it's not going to happen, even with that shot coming out from Hunter. We see him just back it off towards CT. Does he go down to the bomb blast? Yes, he does.
Zen has seen something. Plenty of players around the corner. Headshot on the first and the second. Maybe a third on Jax. He gets that damage in. The Galil returns. Needs to get that bomb picked up. And falling away for his teammates here. 4 versus 3 and miss smokes as well. G2 not in the best of position, especially as they continue taking damage. One player on site. Sticko is so ready to just deny this execution basis. Farlig starts swinging up with the AWP. Would he catch a kill? He might get 2. No, Nico trades it. All on Sticko now. Here to the corner, Madden. On long, swinging up with the SMG, taps through the AK's Jax, pushing onto the default plant position. He falls, Martin gets Nico, and that might be the turnaround factor. Hunter in a 1 versus 3, 7 seconds to win the clutch. Not going to happen, not against Martin. 2K to his name, and FPX steal a 4th. Smokes on. Amanek leaning up with the Tech 9 SMG and mini pit. Sticko and Zen on site with the rifles. Zen gets the kill. Farley with 1, Zen with a double. Looking to run bail out his teammate. They do lose 1 and 2 picks to Hunter, and no more than that, unfortunately. Sticko there with his kill in the round. They maintain in through brackets. 45 seconds for the hit, and they're only just starting to get smokes and flashes going over. Amanek taking face. Is he ready for Farlig? No, he's not. Second kill on the orb as the smokes start coming in for the XE. Nexa leaning up. Nico low. Still gets the headshot on the orb frag, so that's a 2 for 1. But now needs to get 2 more picks back on the site itself. Nexa not seen as the smoke burns, provides him a bit of cover, but Zen still finds that kill in. Sprays back on the site. Zen tagged, but still pretty high. Sticko completely unscathed, gets his kill on the Hunter. Jump faces and gets the spray on Nico as well. What was that, my son? The lead and extending the lead. G2 got that start in, but since those 2 rounds has been all FPX and those 2 frags again, the Zen and Sticko damage done to the other T-side members. It's easy pickings here with these pistols. Nico 1v5 and all 5.
Vital being lined up towards the CT spawn and second oranges. Zen now pressing in towards the apartments. This kill could be everything, and he finds it.
Had so much risk with the dry face, but you're right, he does find it. They've rotated away from Bino. Zen's going to be the only player here. 13 seconds if he gets the kill on Nico, that might be enough. And he gets it as well. 2 kills, 10 seconds, swing back on Jax, gets the response frag, but got to plant down on default. All left it for dead. I think he's just going to get it in time. Yes, he does. Retake on for FPX as G2 managed to find the recovery here. M4's leaning up close. Amanek here at Graveyard. Madden has no idea. Taps through 2v2 Farley close. Swung upon as Amanek gets 2 frags, and just like that, the whole round goes back the way of G2. Look at Martin. Look at him trying to get some revenge. He does catch Jax. Got to turn away to Mexico. Hunter, is he going to give up the ghost? He gets the frag back in against the M4, so lucky for him.
Slow it down, Farlig. Oh, he's pressing. He wants a pick.
And he gets it. Nico.
Retake, and they've got kits as well.
Flash going over, Zen peeking in. 1 player over to the banana angle. The sprays Walker for Hunter, comes up with the kills, and Amanek supports him as Hunter gets that final pick in, and G2, 2 smokes down across in coffins now, draws the attention of Farlig back. Martin's quick to fall. Emmy's got to get some impact here. We've seen Martin actually gets the frag in, looks to double up. 1 player very, very low. Swing on Nexa, gets the pick back. Deagle of Farlig makes way for the smoke, and Nico's ready for him. 3 on 2. Bomb goes down. FPX shouldn't be able to get this retake. Sticko will try, but Zen now has to save. G2 felt like they were going to get locked out pretty early on in this map, but now, Emmy being the only player to defend, but now the 4-man stack is in, and it looks like G2 are going to act quick here. Amanek, Mac 10 in, deals with 1 player, trade back on Zen's part, double dig, triple not found, leaving it all to Sticko, the M4 in the center of the site, watching out for the apartment space. The Molotovs coming in as short. Got 2 angles to deal with. Which one's he going to find? The bomb carrier is dropped. 2v2. Back up as arrives. The Deagle, the CZ off center. Emmy only getting no damage. Deagle close to Emmy. Does find Jax. That's a good start. It's extending. He's seen Amanek. Hearing the footsteps. Utility out. Seen there. The spray goes awry. And it's a 4v4 for G2.
Oh, at least they can recover that M4, but it looked like that was going to be the play, and how even Zenfall's trying to get aggressive. Now the man advantage going back over towards the T side, and you've just got to wonder how much more is the CT's going to find. Well, at least back to a 3v3 and an AK that can now be picked up from Boiler.
Good patient trade from Farlig, AK in his hands. But Madden's going to become the central focus of the defensive here. Sandbags needs the headshot, gets only a tag. So all left to a 2v3 for FPX. Here at Construction, Farley will go ahead and join himself, start peeking. Nexa ready, Shadow seen, sprayed through, Farley last. Does get his trade back, needs to isolate that second pick. The AWP's watching, no kit on him either, so he's got to act quick if he wants to try and get this together. Nade over, Amanek sees the jump face, wins the round. 8-7, G2 bringing it back from the brink, FPX.
Double play out from Boiler. Does any of the T side recognize this? Sticko gets tapped.
Oh!
Hunter just taps through with the USP to keep it a 5-on-3, and now the T's are running into B.
2 bullets, 2 frags, any more 1-taps from Nexa perhaps? Smokes on to suppress him. They can't get the bomb to the site. They have got Nico creeping in close. Martin's going to challenge him at tree. The bomb will go down, however. Swings up, Hunter's looking for even more. On for his third kill. Farlig finally gets that trade. Jack's going to try hold it alongside Nexus Peck through the smoke, leaving it all on Farlig. 1v4. Carmen.
No one's really got eyes on this. Both players leaping towards the apartments.
Marden finds Jax. One more player in. Apps is still going to be there in the corner. Will he get checked by Emmy? Flash is turning away from CZ. Gets Sticko. Okay, that's a rifle to work with. Man advantage maintained by G2 as the bomb plant is secured by FPX, and I think they might be considering the safe call, especially with that AK in tow, and Hunter's going to get hunted instead by Zen. So 3-on-3 situation. He is tagged. Amanek making a bit of noise. Could get this kill pretty easy, I'd say. Indeed he does. Headshot found. AK recovered again. Still closing in here. G2 want to get a little bit more out of this round. 20 seconds to go for the retake. No kits in play for any CT players at the moment. Spray through on the AK of Emmy. Gets a bit awkward. He gets that kill in the next. Unfortunately, Marden was pressed by Nico here, and Amanek now knows he's got to escape. Emmy's got to run for it as well. Grabbing one of the rifles. I think he can just to escape the bomb blast. Yeah, 11 HP. He just stays in, but 10 to the board. Nades up, forcing CT players away. Next is going to force forward. The flashbangs involved. The USP somehow gets away with the kill, but both him and Nico get cleaned up. Amanek will be also be falling through the hands of Zen. Triple in for that player. Smokes down. One towards Coffins, two towards Cross. So we can get that rifle in, but even that's in Banana, so I don't even think he'll get that. Spray through, damage done, kill found. FPX with 11 rounds. 4K for Zen as well, credited for him. Cross angles Zen with a nade to Amanek. Does its damage. M4 burst. Sticko still gets the pick together. 5-on-4. Yeah, it's got to be a safe call for G2, especially with Nico going down a speedway. G2, no chance of this retake. No chance in hell.
What a read. I don't know whether that was a gut feeling or it was just the right call at the right time, but...
Two players standing and they're going to charge in from the apartments. Farlig sees Amanek. Hunter gets that trade. Can he hold on here? He can get that secondary kill at least. And he falls. 4 casualties for the CT side. That is down.
Now aggression's coming down from mid from Hunter.
Swing the SMG, frag found, burst on a second player who's traded back by Marden, and Zen follows suit on Amanek. Good attempt from those pistols. Nexa has found an AK down Bernardo though, so it's a 2-for-2 trade. And 2 rifles to work with now for G2. Jack's peeking in for a little bit more, and Nexa's aggressed. Does Zen read this? No, he doesn't. That's going to be a kill. Swing back on a second player. Sticko trades it, but with Nexa and Nico combining with these picks, they will still clean house against FPX. Up M4 looking to swing, and the Orp's actually watching the center of the site instead, setting up smokes to go. M4 lines up a kill, doing damage to a player behind him. Farlig tanking, so is Emmy. Farlig gets his Orp pick, not ready for Jack still, and he needs to trade his players being a serious issue for them. He almost gets Zen to fall down to 56 points of health. Farlig needs to get Amanek Orp for your battle.
Try and take the fight, and they're going to aggress towards Moto.
Oh my god, this could be everything. They line up. Zen takes them down. Amanek now with the Orb, seeing one. Good shot on for the clutch for a 3K in this one. Farlig knows there's only 2 places he can attack from, short and Apps. Not seeing the player, the nade on. Farlig is going to go falling. Amanek having the shots and having the utility and having the time for this defuse. Galil bursting into the back lines, not catching any CT presence, can't see anything back here. M4 of Nexa reveals angle, Farlig gets that pick. Hunter with the SMG gets fragged onto 1, damage onto 2 more, but he gets overwhelmed to a 3v2 retake.
It's still taking Jack so long to get in here. On rotation still from CT. There's a couple of players tagged up, but how can Amanek and Jax do it together? It's down to the 2 Frenchmen.
Smoke. Let's try and siphon off Sticko. He'll push forward. Oh, there, Amanek. Hopped around the corner, the perfect weapon to deal with a high HP player. The SMG of Zen, supported by the rifles, gets Jack's order. Amanek making noise as well. Known to the T-side line, and Sticko so ready. He is so ready to deal with the final frag. And ideally, Amanek needs to stay alive right here. He's being sprayed through in the construction angle. Trying to escape, trying to get some sort of way back out, but going up with the bomb. Emmy, man, going to go ahead and join the fray, seeing if G2 stacked with these upgrade pistols can do any damage, aggressing forward. Sticko caught in the reload, almost gets taken out for it, but he gets his 2 frags on Jackson Hunter. 2 more left to the site. Got Nico on rotate here with the Deagle. Let's see what shots he can land here. They're going to escape through Arch. Bomb could get seen by Zen. He knows that Nico's out there. Could wrap in towards the B site if they so desired. Martin's going to just creep closer. And Zen actually takes it down through the smoke. So now B site's completely open, but it's still bearing in upon the A play with Nexa and Amanek showing resistance, but not getting frags. All 5 alive for FPX in map, match, and qualification point here.
Flash over. There wasn't a massive amount of info being caught, though. They would have known a boost would have come through, and now they're putting more utility down to try and defend Nico with the spam. 3 players left now for the T side.
M4's cross-firing. Martin gets 1 and 2! Transfers to Nico. Hunter gets the trade. It's a 3-on-2 for G2. The bomb part attempted by Zen, denied by Hunter, at least he attempts to do so. Sticko recovers with the Galil kill, and we go back to evens for this retake. Amanek and Jax creeping up close here. They've got to find a pick back in.
2v2, and Sticko is still playing up towards the dark position. That sound cue would have come through, but they've got to crossfire one another. Damage being done up towards a banana player, and Amanek slow peeking in without the armor of the AWP. Gets that shot off at the Zen. Sticko now in the clutch, but it doesn't happen. G2 find the frags, get onto that bomb, and hold a survival round to get themselves up to 11.
Over the corner, Nico's on site. They're trying to overwhelm that AWP, forcing back to a passive angle, but they've got to catch Nico. He waits and baits, gets one pick in. Zen sprays blind behind that smoke, gets Nico to a 3 versus 3, and the CT's quickly boosting Hunter up. He's got 2 players to find. We'll see both only find 1, and Farlig needing to find his way into a new angle. He's going to make some noise, so they have info onto him. And Jax spraying up with the incendiary here. Sticko moving closer at the CT cross. When's he going to catch anything? He'll wrap in against G2. Their backs are turned. This is everything. Sticko could be the game winner right here. He plays patient. He plays slow. Amanek seen. Jax seen. The sequence spray doesn't get the kill. Jax stays alive for the moment. He's on the bomb. Tapping it. Farley close. Forcing him off. And now he's got to stick the whole thing. It's not going to happen. FPX with their 16-11. Finally a competitive map in this series, and it goes the way of FunPlus Phoenix.